Hey Trench Walkers, it's Flight of Icarus with MetalTrenches.com with another quick recommendation. Today I want to talk about Target, which is a progressive death metal band out of Chile. This is what Metal Trenches really is all about, a mysterious band seemingly coming out of nowhere to really just completely blow me away with their new album, Deepwater Flames, via Grand Sounds Productions. Now, Deepwater Flames is both impressive in scope and pretty darn unique in its approach, so much so that I could do the usual just listing off band names. I mean, Omega Diatribe, Ulcerate, and early Meshuggah all come to mind, but none of them truly capture the overall essence of what Target is bringing to the table. Take the first track, Inverted Gloaming. The alternations between genty technical riffs with really bleak, expansive post-metal had me reflecting on everything from Car Bomb to Dodecahedron. And those incredible opening drums that you heard at the top do a great job of really setting the stage for the explosions that come soon after. One moment I'm elated by the intensity and the proficiency of the technical performances, and then the next I'm just swimming in this deep melancholy. These moments seem to extend into stunning infinity of sorrow, and it's really impressive how well Target navigate between these two worlds on incredible tracks like Surge Drift Motion. So many different styles and approaches on display here. It's really quite impressive, and it's impossible to catch all of these influences in just one listen. It seems like every time I go through it, I'm hearing something different. Right now, I'm even thinking about like the track Ocean Grave is particularly noteworthy because it has this kind of somewhat more black metal aesthetic, akin to the likes of Deathspell Omega and Dodecahedron. It's got those same dissonant tones and kind of swirling, ominous, suffocating atmosphere, just with decidedly more death metal vocals. The album is largely capped off by the nearly 10-minute epic Random Waves, and this song clocks in at nearly 10 minutes, and it really manages to use that time. I complain a lot about when bands seem to just do long songs for the sake of having long songs, and it's just a lot of repetition, but not so with this track. The songwriting is incredibly dynamic, and it really brings to mind a lot of allusions to Gojira, what with the chugging guitar riffs and some of the vocal approaches and even some of the kind of guitar slides that I totally associate with the Gojira sound. And again, despite its length, this thing really is a complete banger from start to finish. So again, all in all, I'm in awe of this album. I'm completely blown away. This band, I'd never heard of them before. They just completely knocked it out of the park with this album. I totally give this thing a 10 out of 10 for enjoyability. I've not been able to put it down since I picked it up. In fact, the first time I listened to it all the way through to start writing down my thoughts, I think I listened to it about 4 or 5 times in a row. It's that good. Musicianship, I've alluded to the fact that all of these artists are really impressive on the album. The guitar work is really great, really dynamic. The drums are really impressive. There's some cool little bass parts that lurk here and there. And the vocals are really strong too. They're not particularly varied in their approach, but the pacing of it and how he uses the kind of syncopation and sort of, again, like a Meshuggah-esque way helps to keep it varied and make it sound and play out different. And then, of course, there's those post-metal moments where there is singing involved, which is actually done quite well. And finally, for innovation, I'm giving these guys an 8. It's all stuff, and I've said this before, that, I've heard from other bands, and I've definitely thrown those names out there, but it comes together in a really interesting way that's pretty unique to Target. Again, this is a band that I could pick out of a lineup. I could hear a song, and without knowing that it's them, I would be able to tell that it was this band playing. So, can't give them much more than a B in that area, but they deserve above average for being able to stand out from the crowd. So all of that adding up to a fantastic 9.3, so a really solid firm A. I'm going to be listening to this thing over and over again. So again, that's Target with Deep Water Flames, and it is out March 1st via Grand Sounds Productions. Highly recommend picking it up. As always, if you're new here or haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed it. Be sure to drop us a comment or hit us up on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Vero, and also on Bandcamp. But for now, this is Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.